So yes, um, I don't know if it was straight catfishing, but it was a little bit um catfishy. So I don't want to go back to that ever again. Like me trying to be someone I'm not. Like in those photos, like I try to be more attractive, and no matter how ugly I am, like as me, as being this, I would rather be this than and free in that sense. Like I'm like me. Like I think this makes you you. Like this, like how I look like right now, and without the makeup, and without those expressions on my face, without those photos. And it's nice to play sometimes and try to take attractive photos, and or take attractive photos of yourself, and have that makeup on maybe even, and being a more attractive version of yourself. But I don't want to lose who I really am, what I really look like if that makes sense. So I want to be honest and real. So yes, so depressed again. It's hard. Life is hard, but coping like this. I don't have much else to say, so I think I'm gonna end it here. But I think the point came across. So when I hear those voices that I'm ugly and that are mocking my parents, I'm not saying I'm not. It's just like it's so ridiculous to bully me with those voices all the time. Like life is already hard and tough on its own. Like you don't need those voices. Now they're laughing again. Telling you like how it is without any empathy. Like I struggle with my parents, and it's just so uh it's so annoying. And what is that in English called? Like in Finnish it would be turha. um it's just so useless. I don't know, to like point that out like all the time, like about my parents. Like it's just something that wouldn't be needed. Like, you know, like we don't need that. And but yes, so let's focus a little bit on my parents here. So this is how I look like. I have those photos of me, and but this is how I look like in real life. I think the camera doesn't lie. Like a little bit maybe the quality, but right now there's no angles, there's no attractive photos, there's no expression on my face. It's just me talking, resting face. I have a really short neck, so yes. So yes, no lies anymore, like just truth, and I like that. I was also listening to Beyonce. Um, America Got a Problem, or what is that song called? So America has a problem, or America got a problem. So I'm just thinking again about that. Like I'm trying to connect to something or someone. So I'm connecting to Beyonce, like the older Beyonce, not the older like the older like from the from years ago, like that Beyonce. So younger Beyonce age-wise, but older music. So I liked Beyonce before. Like she was more real and I connect to that. I also, if you like astrology, I should sometimes talk about astrology. So Moon in Scorpio. I love Moon in Scorpios. Like, I don't know if it's a coincidence or if it is astrological. Um, but I like Moon in Scorpios. So Beyonce has that. And there are other artists and people that have that as well. And I just like that placement. So that's something like I could mention here. So I like Beyonce. Like Beyonce. So but the younger Beyonce, but not because she was younger, but because of her older music. So I kind of miss that Beyonce, like the emotional Beyonce. Now she's like so cocky and arrogant and she's like she's made it and she's like so like on the top of the world. So I'm not sure if I like that. But I like when she was real and she was emotional, like no broken hearted girl. That song for one example, like that one was good. And there are other songs I like as well, like Crazy in Love and Naughty Girl, and but especially the emotional like songs, like Deja Vu is good as well. But I like America Has Got a Problem. That is from her newer stuff. So I can also like that, but I'm more for like the younger Beyonce, like the older music of hers. So yes, what else to mention? Oh, there is another thing I want to mention as well, but that I don't want to mention here. So I have to go and take my medication soon, but like let's go a little bit away from here. So you're gonna have to follow me. So there is something I need to talk about when it comes to that medication, and I can be a little bit open here about that. So okay, so I have noticed a thing with the medication, which I think like is from the medication, and that is sexual dysfunction. And I don't want to scare people, but like that are starting their journey on meds. But like I can say that, I can be open about it. So I take escitalopram and olanzapine, like is that how you pronounce it? So I take these medications and I don't know which one it is that makes this or is it both, but I have noticed that I had not this problem before. So it's hard for me to get turned on. It's hard for me to get aroused. And I'm like gonna literally soon go and take my medication. So this is a little bit I didn't want to say that in the bathroom. So yes, sexual dysfunction. So um that is a problem. That is a big problem. And let me just talk about that for a second. Like how I noticed it now is because I had or actually some time ago, like I sometimes take pauses from um masturbation. But I don't do it regularly always. Like sometimes I take pauses. And when I was not feeling so good and stuff like that, and I just didn't want to do that. So I didn't notice this problem a little bit, like, because I don't know how open I should be. So, okay. I watch adult content, like porn, sometimes. And not even that arouses me. And this is a problem. So, not that much. Like, I don't react to it. So, it could be my depression, but I think it's that medication which is making these side effects. And I don't know if it's ever gonna come back again. Like, so if I would stop taking the medication or change medication, would it then come back? Or is it like forever like this way? Because I have read now quickly about this stuff, and people are saying that they have it too. And I have a little bit YouTubed on it as well. And so what? Like, that is crazy, like how the medication can mess you up like that. Like, it does something with your dopamine, and I don't know, there was like something about that it like increases the serotonin. But I think it's because it numbs you in some way. Like, it took away my anxiety. I had huge anxiety problems. Like, being in a bus would be hard for me. And taking this medication, it took away my anxiety, but it seems like now it took away something else as well. So, just carefully bringing that to the surface, like, it can make you sexually dysfunctioned. So it can bring some sexual dysfunction as well. So I didn't take these medications like lightly. Like, there was like some really big reason for why I started my medications. Like, I had a lot of issues with voices I heard, and I thought I had like all these illnesses and anyway, so I wouldn't have got sympathy and help, I think, from psychiatry or like these psychiatric treatments, like where I live right now with the nurses and stuff like that. I don't know if it would have been possible to get all this help without the medication, which is sad, but like, so I had to lean on someone, and I leaned on psychiatric treatment. And but now I know why I avoided it for so long. Like, it really brings side effects as well sometimes. And I got akathisia from another, like, it could also be the antipsychotic, because olanzapine is an antipsychotic. So from that Abilify named, I got like akathisia from. So and also sickness, like I felt sick, and also it was hard for me to eat, and like I was really drugged. Like, but that was when we started the Abilify treatment. So that could have actually gone away as well, but because of the akathisia we stopped, ended it. But like, so yes, these medications can be dangerous sometimes, and you shouldn't take them lightly. So, but there was a huge reason for why, big reason for why I took mine. But yes, so I have to pause it here, and I'm gonna continue talk after a bit. So I don't remember like what I everything exactly said, but like sexual dysfunction. So that's a huge problem, like having that. Like, so for me personally, it was, or it is, like getting aroused. So, or like yes, I would get easily like in the mind, like I was like, I want to, like masturbate or do stuff like that. And like that has gone. Like, so it was already like before I took the medications, like I can mentally celibate. Like I can take pauses from doing that stuff, and I can like not have it on my mind. But um not like this, like that I wouldn't get aroused. So that I think comes from the medication. So if you don't want to get that side effect, then be careful with these medications. Like they can give you that. So, but yes, why was there like blue on my lens, but now it's not anymore? Like that's strange. Like I get so distracted easily. But like yes, so I'm gonna end it here. But this is how I'm doing. Just a little bit like really honest updates. So like you should see me. You should see me in the bathroom. Like I'm trying like my best to get myself aroused, and it's so difficult. So that's not funny. Like, I'm not gonna go in details. Okay, I can mention this. So, you should like do this, like, with your fingers. But I have masturbated in another different way. Like, I have been able to do it without fingering. And that doesn't work anymore. So, I don't know if it would feel different if you would do it in this way, but at least without using these ones, it's not working anymore, if you catch what I'm saying. So getting yourself aroused and like before starting to finger yourself, like that has been difficult. So, or like impossible for me. So, which wasn't the case before. So, and like I said, watching adult content, like that hasn't made me aroused either. So, just honest talk about why I'm not gonna get children. So just kidding. But like, so these medications are crap. They are literally killing your libido and your sex life. So I don't know if everyone is experiencing it, but just wanted to throw that out there. So I'm on 20 milligram. Is that how you say it? Escitalopram. So it's the highest dose you can have. And then the antipsychotic, I'm on 10 milligrams. So olanzapine. So, and there might come some changes to my medication, and that's what's frustrating, because it's not them having to live their lives. It's you have to live your life with this medication side effects. And so it took away my psychosis like state of mind, but this is the result. So I can laugh and I can enjoy life, and I can get ASMR, for one example. So it's really strange, like why it affected me sexually, like, getting aroused and everything. Like, that's strange, I don't know what chemicals are doing that, but like it seems like it, because I think ASMR is spiritual. It could also be physiological or like physical, but at least like getting aroused and everything, so that's physical. So these medications, it would make sense that they affect on that, like physically you. But I'm like wondering how I'm able to feel ASMR, like in my mind, like brain, like the tingles, like how I can feel that, but I can't get aroused. So me trying to talk about this here without getting too loud about it. So yes, enough of me talking about my sexual dysfunction. But like, it's not me, it's the medication, so it's not as private to share. Ignore the masturbation. But like, and if you wonder like how can you do it without fingering yourself, like, yes, you can do it in different ways. Like, I know you can do it in other ways, like, you know, and it will feel like good. But that doesn't work anymore. So, I'm proud of not having to do the dirty. Like, I was able to do it in other ways, like that would please me. And that is gone. Like, I'm so shocked. Like, I can't do it anymore. So, yeah, what the hell? Those medications, they really did bad stuff to me. So yes. And when it comes to my dating life, like an update on that as well, like, it's really quiet. I don't have a man in my life, and like I said, the men that try to take contact with me, they are like really sexual right from the beginning, or they are men that I'm not interested in. So that was a short update. So I'm trying not to get too much gigabytes on the phone with this video. So yes. How should I end this? Like, nothing more to say. So this was an update.